Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Modern Day Mystic Show. Our mission here is to help you turn whatever you desire into real-life manifestations by sharing our revolutionary technology in order to make that happen for you. We bring you such cutting-edge information through our resident wizard, Peter Schenk, and also through such magical guests each week that are really making a difference to improve our lives on a variety of levels. I am your co-host, Donna, along with the founder of the program, the modern day mystic himself, Peter Schenk. Peter, how are you today?
Donna, I am doing great. Thank you. You know, part of being who I am and what I do, I absolutely love to amaze people. So tonight, right out of the gate, we're going to be doing a quick blessing. So I'd like everyone to go ahead and get a glass of water, please. And really, our following doesn't have a glass of water. So I'd like everyone to take their left hand and raise it about 3 inches over the water and spread your fingers. And in a minute, you'll feel the energy running down through your hand into the water. That can come in many forms. That can come in the form of little pinpricklies, sometimes some heat. Sometimes you'll feel the energy in different parts of your body, but rest assured it is going into the water. Now, energy that is in physical form or non-physical form will do anything for you as long as you acknowledge its existence. So like everyone to quickly put their attention on the water and repeat the words out loud. I honor the space in which you exist. And in a second, you'll feel that energy flow moving through your hand into the water, increasing. I'd like everyone to go ahead and drink as much of that water as you want. Again, it's just a general clearing, general blessing to kind of set the stage for the show this evening. We have an amazing guest. Donna?
Yes, we have an amazing guest tonight. So let me just give you guys a little bit of information about Sam Jordan. Sam is a business consultant by day, and his passion, however, is all about hair loss. And luckily for us, Sam is going to talk to us about what he does, first of all, and some very, very, very cool products that he has with him. So he's going to show them. He's going to even demonstrate it for us tonight. So looking forward to that. Sam.
Yes.
We'll bring you on here in a minute. So yes. Peter, anything else? Did you mute it? All right. Peter, you got your mic muted. Let's go ahead and get started with Sam.
What are you, all these, oh my God, the energy is just overwhelming here. Okay, what I was saying before my mic just happened to go out to lunch was we have some really cool stuff coming up tonight. We have Light Body. We're going to be doing some very cool activations on that, and we have some amazing announcements about a free workshop coming up called I Can Create Anything, and more on that in a little bit. Over to you, Sam. How are you, my friend?
I am good. I am drinking water.
So several weeks ago, I was introduced to this amazing piece of technology, and the way I understood it was based off of something that Nikola Tesla had originally designed. And I tried it out, and I was really blown away. And I did some research on it, and I came across your product on eBay, and I purchased it, and I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So how did you learn about this technology, and you know, how did you get interested in what you do, which is predominantly hair loss?
It started when I was in college. I went to Stetson University in DeLand, and it's interesting. I had longer hair at the time, and I would comb it back after I washed my hair, and I would watch all these little hairs come up. And dumb me, I was thinking, oh man, my hair's even getting thicker now. It was the exact opposite. My hair was starting to recede. And when I realized I was starting to lose my hair, I made a commitment that I was going to do whatever it took to keep my hair, mainly because I got a big head and I would look kind of dumb bald. So That's how it started. How I found the violet ray, because that's what we're talking about tonight. I came across an advertisement for a clinic, a hair loss clinic in Orlando, and I went and saw them, and they had a treatment, and you come once a week for 6 weeks, and it was very expensive. They gave me some products to use, which I think were all garbage, but they had a Tesla violet ray. And every week for about 3 to 5 minutes, the girl would treat my scalp. Now, when I went into that place, if you was to look at my hair, it was almost looking translucent. It was losing its color. It was receding. And over the course of 6 weeks, I literally watched my hair thicken, and I watched the color come back. And I realized that, this device, there was something to it. It's interesting to note, though, that I did not know the name of the device at the time. So being a poor college student, I couldn't continue using the device or going to the clinic, so I had to stop. And then about 6 months later, I realized I needed to start going again. Well, they closed down. And so for about 4 years, I constantly looked for this device. I would ask any hair salon if they knew what it was. Nobody knew what it was. And I bought my first device on eBay, and I typed in glass rake. And the girl was selling a glass rake device, and it was a violet ray. And it was just like the one I had. So I purchased that. And I used that one for a number of years before it finally died. And I could safely say it works. I'm 43 years old. I have a full head of hair. It's thick. And I use the violet ray every week.
So let me get this straight. You use this particular piece of technology. Your hair was falling out in your early 20s. You use this piece of technology once a week for 4 to 5 minutes, and you get a head of hair like that?
I never, some hair grew back, but my recession never got too bad. Once you lose your hair and the hair follicle dies, unfortunately, there's no bringing it back. So what I try doing is, you could have very fine hairs, and you could bring those back to life with the right treatment. And it's interesting because I always getting a little ahead of myself, but I always tell people that do your best to keep what you have, because once it's gone, it's hard to get back.
So what does this technology look like?
I have one. I don't know if anyone... this is one of the ones I had a custom made overseas. I started selling these about 3 years ago, and there we go. And it comes with different electrodes. So you pull it out right here. It comes with different electrodes. You turn it on. You won't be able to see it because there's too much light, but you can hear it. And I don't know if you can see this, but I'm not really touching it, but it creates a connection. You can feel the energy coming from it.
I have a purple one. I have a purple one. Can you see that? Is that blue or is that purple?
It's purple. They're violet.
I showed this to my son. He thought I was a Jedi master. I said, no, I'm your father. Don't worry about that. So, I don't know if folks can see this, but this thing is amazing. I mean, on your skin, it just throws these sparks off, and the room is now starting to smell like ozone, like you would get from a Sharper Image, those air purifiers, I forget, the ionic breezes. And I've been using this device for about 3 weeks. I only recently started using it on my hair after, me and Sam had our initial conversation, which was really amazing. And I've been using other attachments for wrinkles, not that I have a lot, but I'm a firm believer in this piece of technology. I know it works. I've read all the reviews. So when did you start selling this, Sam?
It's a long story.
Chunk it down.
When I first started losing my hair, there was nothing on the market. Minoxidil was not on the market. Rogaine. There was nothing out yet. And so I had a violet ray that I found on eBay, and I used it religiously every week. And then about 2008, I decided it was time to share my story. So I created a website called forhairloss.org, and I share my story. And the website now has evolved. When I first started the website, I wasn't selling any products. I was just an informational website. And I started selling products because people were asking me what they should buy. And I have tried everything out there. In fact, you're going to laugh, but right now I'm trying a different product on the back of my head than the front of my head. So I'm trying two different products right now that I just started selling. These are topical formulations. I always use the violet ray. I haven't stopped using it for over 10 to 15 years now.
So the Tonight Show is predominantly around hair products and what we're using. But what are some of the other use case scenarios? Because it comes with a lot of different attachments.
It does. My device comes with 5 different electrodes. You have this mushroom one, and then you have 2 other ones. All 3 of these are used on the face. You can use them for wrinkle reduction. I have customers that use them for acne. The idea or the science behind this is stimulation. It's an electrical current that stimulates blood flow. So for your wrinkles, you're stimulating the wrinkles. That's stimulating collagen production. So that's a good thing. It brings back the clock. For the scalp, it's stimulating the hair follicles to produce hair. And I only use it for hair loss, but have customers all over the world, and they use it for all different things. Peter, what you told me yesterday what you use it for. I don't know if you mind sharing or not.
So since we started talking, the last 3 days I've been using it on my scalp with the comb attachment, and I've done that a couple times over the last few weeks since I ordered the device, but I haven't really. I have a lot of hair, so hair loss really is my problem. But I wanted to try it out on wrinkles, and I have been noticing a reduction in the wrinkles around my eyes and on my forehead. And I don't go out and use Botox or anything like that, but I'm the firm believer in technology. Obviously, new technologies that are out there, and your technology blew me away after I made the purchase, and that's why you're here. I mean, the fact that it makes the room smell like an ozone is a treat in itself. I've used it on other areas of my body, and I've seen results. I have some. When I was growing up, I spent a lot of time down in the Caribbean, and I'd put baby oil on, and I'd lie in the sun for hours on end. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but I have aging spots on my back, and I've been using it on there, and I'm seeing a reduction in it. And I've never used another product. I don't generally endorse a product unless I see results, and I am definitely seeing results with your product. It's absolutely mind-blowing. Can you kind of tell us how long this particular technology has been around, who developed it, and why it was originally developed?
Oh gosh. This was made years ago, and it's interesting. My first violet ray that I don't have anymore, the one that I found on eBay, which happened to be the exact same model that the lady used me on at this hair loss clinic. These were made back in the 50s, and if you go on eBay, you could buy antique violet rays, Tesla as well as Darvasol, and the difference, though, between mine and the antique ones is the antique ones were commercial use. They were used by professionals, and so they're a lot stronger, and you do have to use them with care because you can burn yourself. They don't make them anymore, and the ones they do make are like mine, which are home use units. So they're not as strong, but I've been working on mine for about 6 years now. I continue to make refinements to it. And when I first came out with it, it was a 10-watt system. And if you go on eBay, you go on Amazon, you'll find 10 watts, you'll find 15 watts. And after about 2 years, I increased it to 20. So I don't know of anyone else out there that has a 20-watt device. Most of them are 10 watts. And it just, I did that. I did a lot of research on it. I followed a lot of customers who were using it to, so I could chart their progress and see if it was more effective. And at the same time, I don't want people burning themselves. It's an electric current, and thank God with the device that I have, it's safe for the novice user, and it's considered a home use unit.
Now, what does wattage mean? I mean, 10 watts versus 20. What is the difference? What is it doing for me?
It's the strength of the charge. So it's the strength of the electric current. So when you look at the device, you have the base of the device. You pull the electrode out. Don't stick your finger in there. You will get electrocuted.
That's a good tip. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does that mean that it'll stimulate a lot of follicles on my finger and I'll have a hairy finger for putting it in there? I mean, does it work like that?
I think it takes a little more intense than that, actually. Yeah, I don't recommend sticking your finger in there, especially when it's plugged in like it is right now. And so when you fit it snugly in, and it creates an electrical charge. And a 20-watt charge, when you turn it on, I'm not touching it, and there's an electric current that's connecting me to the glass electrode in my finger. You probably can't see it on camera, but I can see it in front of me just because it's not light enough. And trust me when I tell you, you want 20 watts and not 10 watts. The results that I'm getting now are much better. The customers that will keep in touch with me compared to the one I had, the 10-watt devices, it's a big difference. It really is. The other thing too, so the latest refinement that I've made to the device is the glass rake. This is what I used 20 years ago when I first went to that hair loss clinic in Orlando. You have the comb electrode, which you showed everybody, Peter, and I have one right here. The glass rake is better for hair loss than this, and the reason is the electrical charge is going over 5 glass prongs as opposed to 9. And so the charge is a lot stronger. Peter, do you have one of the glass rakes? You keep talking about the comb.
I believe I do. I'm not sure. I've just been using that one and the round one.
The round. For hair loss, the glass rake is much more effective. And I was super excited to find a company that would custom make them so they fit my device. And I've only been selling these with this for about 3 months now, and I'm super excited about it.
What, I got last year's model, really?
No, I think when you bought yours, I think you have one of these. It didn't come in the box. It came as a separate. It was in the shipping box, but it wasn't in the box that actually holds the device because it's an extra electrode.
Oh, really? I gotta go back and look. that might have been packing material. That's good to know.
Oh my God. You want to know what's funny though? On my website and on eBay and Amazon, I make sure to put in some. I tell people in there, when you receive the box, the glass rake is not in the blue box that it comes with. It's next to it, wrapped in bubble tape. because my fear is people would think it was packing and just throw it away.
I know we have to edit this part out. Sam, if it's okay with you, I want to do a quick activation using
So,
Light Body tonight. Okay, so I'm just going to switch screens here. Just quickly, folks, tonight we're offering 25% off of Light Body. It's good for 24 hours. The incentive code is 250FF show, 25 off show. Again, that's good for 24 hours. And we're going to be doing a live Light Body activation right now. So everyone's going to want to go ahead and get a glass of water, please. If my share screen would work. Oh, not a technical difficulty. Hang on one second, folks. Okay. So again, folks, Light Body is a program that was actually designed about 7 years ago and just released in February or March of last year. This particular product has been actually very successful last year, and this is all geared around body toning and weight loss. Okay, you'll notice the standard feature is water preparation. Water preparation removes the memories, the imprint, and the structuring from wherever the water has been over its entire tenure here on Earth. User preparation will create a thin veil in the water that when you drink it, it goes right to the subconscious mind and opens it up for acceptance. And then, of course, with everything with weight loss and body toning, we have fat loss, inner beauty, we have energy, appetite, metabolism, body toning, and flush. I can't emphasize enough, if you own this product, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The flush is extremely strong, okay? I really ask that you heed that one with caution. There is no power bar on this particular product, so it just kind of attunes itself to your body as you're using it. Flush will make you go to the bathroom a lot. We're not going to do that tonight for demonstration purposes, but tonight we are going to do water prep, user prep, and we're going to do inner beauty. Inner beauty is one of my favorite ones, especially in this program because it's so well balanced. Inner beauty, you know, women and men spend oodles of money on products for the exterior of their body that make themselves look better. And inner beauty, the intent inside inner beauty goes inside and really brings out that unconditional love. So if you've ever been in a restaurant or in a place where it's crowded and there's a lot of people making a lot of noise, and then all of a sudden someone walks in, and for a microsecond everyone gets quiet, looks at that person, and then turns around and continues doing what they're doing. Now, they might not be the most attractive person or dressed a certain way, but what they're doing is they are exuberating this inner beauty that comes from the inside out, and it just radiates out in the frequency. Okay, so again, like all the products, where you put your attention, the intention will go. Okay, so we're going to start off with water preparation. I'll count backwards, 3, 2, 1. Just put your attention on the water. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is going to run for a few seconds. Now, in water preparation, this is really cool. As in all the products, if you look at the water, sometimes it starts vibrating, sometimes it starts moving, sometimes it will crawl out of the glass, sometimes it soaks through the glass. It really, really depends. And again, as humans, we love to overcomplicate everything we're doing. You don't have to do that. You simply just put your attention on the water. When I count backwards, 3, 2, 1, and that's all you have to do. Now we're going to run user preparation. 3, 2, 1. Just put your attention on the water. Okay, now we're going to do inner beauty. This is where the magic happens, folks. Where you put your attention, the intention will go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'd like everyone to go drink as much of the water as you like and notice the taste and the texture of it. Once you've consumed the water, just kind of sit back and relax and watch the magic happen. Mentally follow where the energy from the water is going within your body. And again, for the next 24 hours, we're having a show special of 25% off Light Body. The show incentive is 250FF show, 25 off show. Okay, Sam, back to you.
Yes.
So tell us pricing, how we can get a hold of it.
Definitely. I do want to comment on one thing. There's one thing that you had mentioned to me. You said you have a lot of women listeners, and I have a special place in my heart for women when it comes to hair loss because, you know, a lot of men, when they lose their hair, a lot of them just shave their head, you know, and unfortunately that's not an option for women. And when I had started my website for hairloss.org, after about a year and a half, I realized that I needed to have information on there about women, and I've done a lot of research into hair loss in women, and there's a section on my website that is just for women, and I like helping them. I like helping them. If I was a female losing my hair, I would be mortified, and I want to help as many of them to the best of my ability that I can. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I created that section on the website for women. In relation to the violet ray, it's on my website. It's also on Amazon and eBay. On my website, it's $71.99 and plus shipping. I always use priority mail shipping, so you receive it within 2 days, and it comes with a 1-year warranty. Now, the warranty covers the base of the unit. It doesn't cover the electrodes. You know, you could drop this and break it very easily. It covers the base of the unit. I don't know of any other company out there that offers a warranty on these devices. And the reason is these devices, you're using coil technology, and they tend to overheat very easily if you're not careful. And I have such confidence in the craftsmanship of my device, I give it a 1-year warranty. And that's included in the price. But Peter, there's one thing that the quest to keep your hair, to keep the hair that you're losing, the violet ray is actually only one piece of the puzzle, and that's why I've been so adamant about using topical products. Like I told you a little bit ago, I actually am testing 2 different products on my scalp. I have something on the front and I have something different on the back. And anything out there that is halfway decent, I try it. If I like it, I put it on my website. If I don't like it, if someone asks me about it, I'm truthful with them. But when you're dealing with hair loss, the violet ray is stimulating the scalp. That's only part of the equation. The mechanism of hair loss is the formation of a substance called DHT. And it binds to the hair follicles, and it slowly strangles them until they are lifeless. The recession is slowly dying of the hair follicle. The violet ray it'll bring your hair back, it will make it thicker, it'll bring back the color, but it's not dealing with the DHT. That's still in the scalp. So what I'm doing when I use this violet ray, and for a lot of people, you're slowing down the process. But until you deal with the DHT, then you don't have a complete picture.
So Sam, to be clear, and I don't know much about hair loss or pretend to, but if you already have an area on your head that's bald, are there still hair follicles underneath that could be stimulated to bring it back out? Or is that just impossible?
No, it's for a hair follicle to completely die, it's a long process, but people that are already bald, they just see bald skin and that's it. But if you look, there are fine hairs in that bald spot. And so long as that happens, then there's always a chance to bring it back. But my advice to everybody is, if you're losing your hair, do as much as you can now, because the longer you wait, the harder it is to get back.
And once you've acquired the violet ray device and you use it as per what you're telling us, what kind of results can you see 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years down the road? What can we expect?
It depends on the person. It depends on how much hair loss you already have. But when I first started using it, it made my hair thicker. It brought the color back, and it also makes it grow faster. So you're stimulating the scalp. The hair will grow quicker. It's interesting. The first violet ray that I purchased on eBay, the girl that bought that device, she bought it because she got her hair cut really short and she didn't like it, so she bought this to use it to grow her hair back out. And then after her hair was growing back out, she didn't need it anymore, so she sold it to me. and then I used the thing until it was just completely dead, and then thank God I was able to develop my own and start selling it.
So I noticed when I first got it, I turned it all the way up, and I used the mushroom and I put it on my temple, and I got shocked. So what type of safety precautions can you tell our listening audience tonight that you would recommend?
Definitely. The first thing is always, before you even plug it in, have the electrode inserted into the base before you even plug it in. Put the electrode in, and then plug it in, and then the power control. When you first start to use it, everybody's different. Some people have very sensitive skin compared to others. So it's a little bit of a learning process. For example, when I used it on Friday night for about 8 minutes, and after that I put pure aloe vera on my scalp, because for some, including me, it'll irritate the scalp a little bit, and it'll make your scalp itchy. And anyways, the aloe vera will soothe that for me. And part of the reason too is, like I said, I'm using some topical products on my hair too, and one of them is alcohol based, so that tends to irritate the scalp also.
Could you blow yourself up with the electrical current if you had some alcohol-based product in your hair?
No. But again, if you take the electrode off and you put your finger in, you are going to get shocked really bad.
So tell me about the part that you connect in. Is there a gas in there? How does that work?
Very good. There's different color electrodes, actually. The company that I get mine from, they make orange and they make violet. Now, whenever the device first came out years ago, it was always violet. So I've kept true to the history of the device, and the only electrodes that I sell are violet colored electrodes, and they actually have argon gas in them. And that's the reaction to the electrical charge that creates the electrical charge that you feel whenever you touch it to your scalp or your face or whatever you're treating. And it's interesting. There's actually two ways you can use the device. When I use it, I actually touch the scalp. But as I show you, I don't know how you can see that, but my finger is about almost an inch away, and I'm getting an electrical charge from the device to my finger. So you can actually treat yourself without actually touching. It's not as strong, but it's in line with, have you ever heard of that technique, Reiki?
Yeah.
It's along the lines of that.
So intuitively, I would tell the listeners to go with the purple.
Yeah, I only sell violet.
It's the violet, sorry. And the violet has much more medicinal properties in it than any of the lower color spectrum like the orange.
You know, Peter, it's hard to say because at the end of the day, you're dealing with an electrical charge and you're dealing with a current that's coming out of the device on your scalp and you're stimulating blood flow. Now, I will say that, you know, whenever you use the violet electrode, you could smell the ozone. The one thing I've never paid attention to that you just made me think about is the different gases. Does it give off a different type of scent or reaction if it's a different colored electrode, because it is a different colored gas? And on eBay, you could they have a couple different colors out there. The two most common though are violet and orange. So.
But from my experience in the places I've traveled and things I've learned, violet has a much greater healing capacity on the body than orange does. That's all I'm saying. Scientifically, fine, you know, but it's an amazing device.
Well, and you know when it's interesting when he made this invention, he used violet color. It was always violet, and I don't know if you've read any books on it, but it was actually called quack medicine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and who knew he was about 50 years ahead of his time?
More than that, my friend.
Yeah.
Are you okay with taking a couple questions, Sam, from the listening audience tonight?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Donna, do we have questions?
We do. We've got, first of all, I want to say hello to Edward. Edward is in the chat. And you also have folks from New Zealand in the chat. Dr. Tony is in the chat, Michelle, folks, and of course Thunder and Linda. These are folks who have been on our show in the past, and a big hello to them. So Artie wants to know, is there a knob to increase intensity?
Ask me that again, please.
Is there a knob to increase intensity?
Yes, there is. To turn on the device, it's a turn switch, and it has a pretty, you know, as you turn the switch, the power goes quick, you know, stronger. So it's very important because in the, you know, in the instructions that I wrote with the device, I tell people to start low and get up, you know, and raise it as you use it, so you don't overdo it, and to be honest, so you don't burn yourself, because if you're not careful, you can.
I don't go past half for any length of time, and generally I'll turn it down to about a quarter.
You really? Yeah. I've been using it so long, I go full blast every time.
Scratch that, Donna.
Folks, start slow.
Start slow.
Okay. So Thunder had a question, and he wanted to know, when you were talking about the technology, Sam, he wanted to know, was there a parasite that was for the hair loss? Is there any parasites or anything like that?
You know, that's a very good question. I mean, it goes beyond this device, but when I talk about someone that's they're losing their hair, hair loss typically follows a certain pattern. It's called the Ludwig scale, but it's not absolute, and there's different occurrences. But and you know, the first thing that I tell people is, if you're losing your hair, take a look at your health first. Are you fatigued? You know, do you have any other issues that are going on? And the reason I say that is, it may not be male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness. It could be something else. And so before you deem, you know, male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness, make sure there's nothing else going on, because there can be a parasite, you know, that could be causing your hair loss. There's so many different things that can cause hair loss, and that's why it's important to always check your health, you know, before you go down a path as to what your answer is as to the cause. But I will tell you, you know, most of the time, and most of the customers, anybody that emails me on my website, the first thing I say is, how's your health? What else do you have? Do you have anything else going on? If you do, get it checked out by your doctor. And then, you know, after that, and it's male pattern baldness, well, then let's deal with that, you know. And as I said, there's two different things you want to do. You want to use the violet ray to keep the scalp stimulated, to keep nutrients going to the hair follicles, to keep the blood flowing to the hair follicles, which in turn will keep everything alive. But you're also going to want to use something that is going to deal with the DHT, because it's still in your blood, and it's still affecting the hair follicle, and it needs to be dealt with. And the future of my company and my website is headed in that direction, and I'll tell you more about it whenever you want me to. Peter.
Now's good.
Now's good? Okay.
Right now.
Right now. I have tried numerous products over the years, and very few have ever worked for me. The products that I sell on my website are the ones I feel are the best of the best, and they're the ones that I feel that will give you your best chance. But to be honest with you, I think there can be better, and about 2 years ago, I've started developing that, and I have a product called Renovo Hair, and I've been using it now for about 1.5 years. We've continued to work on the formulation, and what I have done is I've taken pieces of all these other products that I've tried over the years, and I've taken the best of the best and put them into this formulation. And Peter, it's interesting that, you know, we're talking, because literally this week on my to-do list, I'm reaching out to companies, consumer product companies, pharmaceutical companies. I'm looking for a partner to go with this product to bring it to market, and it's actually on my to-do list. I've been using it now for about 1.5 years. It's the best thing I've ever used in my experience. I had a pharmacist that I was working with. Unfortunately, I had to break that relationship, so it's put me behind a little bit. I've used the rest of the formulation that I developed with them. And so I'm looking for a partner now to finish it and bring it to market. But I'm super excited about it. It works. It works better than anything on the website. I've tried everything on there. The main thing that I've been focusing on is the consistency of the product. There's a product on my website that I really like. I don't want to name it, but it's on there. But
the Violet Ray?
No, yeah, that product. Oh yeah, no. My protocol, yeah, my protocol is a Violet Ray and Renovo Hair, and that's what I'm going to recommend. I have a formulation for women and a formulation for men, and that's going to be my top recommendation for anybody that asks me. Yeah, but the Violet Ray, I cannot say enough good things about it. I've used it for 20 years now. I use it every week. I will not stop. I am 43 years old. I still have a full head of hair, and I can tell you, if it wasn't for my drive and my pursuit and trying and researching this industry, I would be bald and it would look funny.
I use chia head, so my hair grows pretty good. Sam, if you're okay with it, I want to switch over and do another light body activation for everybody.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, folks, we're going to be doing another light body activation. So again, if you can go fill up your glass of water, if you have water that's left over, that's fine. It will reprogram it. And we're going to do, let's see, let's have some fun. We're just going to do metabolism, okay? So if you kind of know your weight, it'll be interesting tomorrow when you get up to see what you've actually lost. And I recommend typically doing metabolism at night because the frequency is balanced enough, so it's not going to keep you up all night, but it will speed up your metabolism throughout the night. And I recommend that people use fat loss in the morning. So we're going to go ahead, again, we're going to water prep the water quickly. Where your attention goes, the intention will go. 3, 2, 1. The only thing that's required of the user is to put your attention on the target water. Target water can be a glass of water next to your computer. It can be a case of water downstairs in the refrigerator. It can be a case of water on the other side of the planet or a cup of coffee on Mars. It does not matter. The principles that govern the software are quantum. Where you put your attention, the intention will go. We're going to use user prep now. We're creating a thin veil in the water that goes straight to the subconscious mind that opens it up for acceptance of the intent. 3, 2, 1. Where your attention goes, the intention will follow. And again, folks, all you have to do is just make that mental connection with the water. Software does everything else. You don't have to pray to the water. You don't have to hold hands, light candles. Donna likes cutting off chicken feet for some reason. I don't know why. You don't have to do any of that. Where your attention goes, the intention goes. Okay? Now we're going to be using metabolism from the light body. 3, 2, 1. Where your attention goes, the intention will go. Again, the software creations that I make are very, very simple to use. Software does all the work. Tonight we have a show special on light body. 2-5 off show is the incentive. 25% off light body for the next 24 hours. I'd like everyone to go ahead and drink as much of the water as they want and notice the taste and the texture of it. What do you think, Sam?
My water's carbonated now. I don't know what you're doing, but
yeah, that's another reaction that happens with the technology. It carbonates water. Go figure that out. That's a secret sauce. I can't tell you about that. So I just want to spend a couple minutes talking about some shows we have coming up. Okay. Yesterday we sent out an email about a workshop, a free workshop that we're giving, and I have to apologize out of the gate. We were overwhelmed on the site that I used to send the emails out. We were restricted to X amount. The emails have all gone out, so you should have received them. So we decided to, the MDM team decided to do a free workshop called I Can Create Anything, okay? And in this workshop, I will teach you the secrets to manifesting things in your life. We're going to be using sacred geometry. We're going to be using water. I'm going to be teaching you how to think. I'm going to be teaching you how to create the manifestation in your head and consciously directing that into water, okay? This was originally going to be one of the masterclass workshops coming up at the end of February, but I really, really wanted to give people a taste of what they can expect in those workshops. Okay, I Can Create Anything is going to be a mind-blowing workshop. Okay, it's going to be recorded, but I highly suggest that you attend it live because the energy, especially with the volume of people that we have attending this, is going to be absolutely amazing. That's going to be February 9th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, you can sign up. There's links all over Facebook. I'll have a link up on my website tonight. And again, we're sending out emails. Now, if you're not getting the weekly emails, I suggest you sign up on the website to get on the mailing list so you know exactly what's going on in the MDM world. We give a lot of free products away. We give a lot of discounts on the products. And now, in 2016, we're really kicking this off with an amazing free workshop. Okay? Sam, back to you.
Yes.
So, how can people get a hold of you?
For the number 4 hairloss.org, that's my website, and they could email me. I respond to all emails within a day. Any questions you have about the device, I'm always there for support. Whenever someone orders from me, one of the things I put in the box is a business card with my contact information. So if they have questions as they're using a treatment or if they're using a device, I want them to reach out to me because I've been doing this for years, and I know the products well, and I can help them make sure they're headed down the right direction. And just, I want to help. I want to give them the best shot of getting the best possible results that they could get. So, but yeah, I primarily communicate via email, but on occasion I will make phone calls if requested.
So I got a question for you. When you were talking about this formulation that you're coming out with for this new product, I had like a vision of Frankenstein in my head for some reason, because you said you were taking all the best products and you're putting it together and it's amazing. Can you kind of elaborate on that a little bit?
I can't tell you what's in the formulation yet. I know what it is, but I just can't release that information yet. But there's 2 ways to deal with hair loss. You stimulate the hair follicle and you block the production of DHT. The product that I've created, the formulation which is called Renovo Hair, it does both. It stimulates the hair follicle and it blocks the DHT. So that combined with the violet ray, that's your best shot at keeping your hair.
So here's a question for you. So you can use the hair attachment on the head to stimulate the follicles to bring hair in. Now, if you want to get rid of wrinkles, right, you are using the same piece of technology. So for women that want to get rid of dimples or wrinkles, is that going to bring facial hair out in them? I mean, I don't want Don on the show with a mustache. I mean, really?
That is a good question, but no, I've never had, of all the women I've sold to and they use it for their skin, I've never had them reach out to me saying, I have a mustache now, what are you doing to me? So,
oh, I sell a product to remove it. And Sam, when people go to your website, what other types of products can they expect to see in the hair genre?
I don't sell too much. Like I said, I try everything I sell, and if I think it's halfway decent, then I sell it. So I have a handful of products. I think about 8 or 9 of them, and I consider them to all be good products. But again, I've come to the realization that there could be better, and that's the whole reason I've wanted to create Renovo Hair. I got to tell you though, a big part of topical hair loss products is the consistency of the product. Revivagen, it's a product I sell on my website. It's a great product. The problem with it, it's oily. So you put it on at night and then you have to wash your hair in the morning, and most women don't wash their hair every day. So I have people that try that product, but they never reorder, and I know it's because of the consistency of it. And one of the things I've been focusing on with my new product is I want a consistency that is actually going to be manageable. And I've tried using like a water base. Kevis is another product I create that I sell on my website. And it's a water-based product, so it just completely dries on the scalp, and there's very little residue. But to be honest, I haven't seen that work on too many people. I have a couple people that reorder. A lot of people try and don't go back to it. And to be honest with you, Peter, once my product comes out, I'm going to stop selling everything else to put the support behind my product. I believe in it more than the others. And like I said, I've been using my product now. I literally just ran out of it, but I've been using it for a year and a half now, and it's better than anything else I've ever tried.
But you're not going to give up the violet ray.
No, no, no. The violet ray, that is the cornerstone of my hair loss battle is the violet ray. And that's why I'll always sell that, and I'll always recommend it. It works. It works.
Sam, that is an amazing piece of technology. I completely back it. I've never seen anything like it except the one I tried several weeks ago, but that was an original one that was developed in the Ukraine sometimes back. The one that you have offered, I was guided to intuitively on eBay, and it rocks in every capacity.
Thank you.
We're coming to an end of the MDM show, but just folks, I just want to kind of talk about some things we have coming up. So I mentioned I Can Create Anything workshop. Again, that's February 9th. You don't want to miss it. Sign up. It's free. It's going to be amazing about manifestation. I'll be teaching you the techniques to do that. Something new that me and Donna are planning, we're actually going to be doing live events probably starting in April. Okay, these will be workshops. We'll have other guest speakers there. I'll interact with you live. There'll be more in the next few weeks as we roll through the details, and we'll be giving you a list of probably 2 locations out of the gate where I will be live. We'll have other guest speakers with us that have been on the show before that will show you their talents and their products. And again, I want to give a big shout out to the listening audience tonight. You know, Donna and myself and other MDM team members really put a lot of work into the show. We love to bring you cutting edge speakers that have amazing technology, the Violet Ray, Sam, the hair products, and you know, throughout the rest of the year we have amazing speakers coming with really amazing products. So Sam, thank you very much. Your products are amazing. You're an amazing person.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And again, thank you for the listening audience. Donna?
Yes, yes. Of course, a big, huge shout out to you, Sam. Thank you for being on the show. It's awesome.
No problem.
Here. Really appreciate that. Looking forward to getting my product on Monday. So we're going to have a lot of fun. This workshop is going to be so powerful, folks. I'm looking forward to having you guys in the chat, and we're just going to have a great time. Peter?
Donna, do we have any feedback from the workshop that we just did?
You know what? You actually have a feedback in the chat right here, right now. I just saw that. I believe it's Duffy. Duffy was on the show, or excuse me, she was participating in the workshop, the energy workshop. So Duffy says, let me bring that up. I gotta scroll through all these chats. Here we go. Duffy says, did the energy class, clearing class Monday night feel a big difference with Peter and Donna? I feel more connected to serve. So that was one in tonight's chat, folks. But let me bring up another one. Give me one moment. Let's get this up here.
And again, folks, there's been a lot of amazing feedback coming in from Monday night's workshop. It is actually all on the website. You can go check it out. A lot of amazing feedback. Again, you know, I can't explain enough how important the I Can Create Anything workshop is really going to be. And just, you know, make that investment in yourself. Be there live. We're going to have some really cool information about the masterclass workshops coming out the end of February, and this is going to be the cornerstone of the precursor to really showing you what you're going to get in that particular bundle. Again, thank you, everyone. Sam, amazing. Thank you. Very cool technology. Donna, thank you very much. Good night, folks.
Good night, everyone.